you first the challenger. On my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks with green and red trim, fighting out of Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. He weighed in at the junior flyweight limit of 108 pounds, even with the longest undefeated streak in boxing today. His record stands at 47 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 35 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is moving up in weight and challenging for the title. Please welcome boxing's all-time great strawweight and minimum weight world champion, introducing the undefeated Ricardo Finito Lopez. And his opponent across the ring is the defending world champion. On my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white lettering, fighting out of and representing his home of St. Paul, Minnesota. He weighed in at a ready 107 pounds. His record stands at 14 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 6 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making the second defense of his title. Here is the defending IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the World, introducing Champion Will Grisby.
All right, Lopez.
And now our referee in charge to give instructions, once again, Joe Cortez.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. There'll be la regla camerino. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. De una pelea limpia.
What's low?
These punches here, these trunks are a little high right here. This is still good right here. This is right here. All right, guys. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Una pelea limpia. Touch him up.
Will Grigsby, supported by a boxing stable of 7 uncles, all on his father's side. One uncle made the Olympic team. His older brother Richard, a fighter too. It's a family affair. Ricardo Lopez, 8 of his last 10 by KO, 14 KOs his last 18 fights, 17 of his 35 knockouts in 3 rounds or less, 5 in round number 1. He's never lost, pro or amateur. Lopez in the white, 87-0-1 all told. That lone blemish to Rosendo Alvarez, March of '98, the draw.
You know, great as Lopez is, that fight based on the rules, and the headbutt came, they had to draw. I actually had Rosendo Alvarez ahead by a point. What a great fight the rematch was, though.
One thing I noticed from Grigsby's title win over Vorapin, Grigsby hit Vorapin with everything he had. Vicious punches, flush on the head. Vorapin momentarily dazed. He did not go down. Even Grigsby stepped back in astonishment. So I wonder how he can hurt Ricardo Lopez. We'll see.
Right now, he's not going to hurt him if he keeps on that bicycle. He's going to have to start doing a little fighting, at least throwing out a jab, something to indicate that he's in the boxing business.
Well, this is nothing unusual from Grigsby. He looks, at least at the beginning, to stay on the outside. That's what he did against Vorapin. Use his movement, his speed, make it a chess match. That may be good strategy, but it's not a crowd pleaser.
You know, Grigsby talked about being a natural 108 to 112, and yet he came in a pound lighter than 105-pound former champion.
And he's got to remember, this is for a world title. He's got to throw some punches, use his left jab, throw some combinations. He does have good defense, but he has to engage in some offense with Lopez.
And for those of you who've never seen Ricardo, you'll never see him without his guard up like that, including when he's waiting for the bell. He puts it up and he keeps it up. He is a very disciplined fighter.
And Lopez, you got to know, will eventually force the action, close the gap, work the body, draw Grigsby in so they can mix it up and make Grigsby feel his power.
All right, break.
He'll look to make it into a war, which is not Grigsby's kind of fight.
He'll start cutting off the ring soon. He's a very experienced fighter, and if anybody in boxing knows how to cut off the ring, it's Ricardo.
Grigsby said, too, in all fairness, he said, I have to stay away from the uppercuts. If I can't get out of the way of the uppercuts, he said, I won't be able to win the fight. He is vicious on the inside, especially with that right uppercut.
Lopez has fought 303 rounds in his career. Grigsby a little over 90, so it's quite a difference in experience.
Grigsby talked about the fact he didn't think the experience would matter and that he's 10-dimensional and Lopez is 1-dimensional. You cannot go 47-0-1 with 35 knockouts and be 1-dimensional. That's just not possible.
I don't know too many people who are one-dimensional, not even Primo Carnero. Somebody.
Grigsby's trainer Dennis Presley said the main thing his fighter has to do is avoid the uppercut. You got that right. Lopez has a very good uppercut. Grigsby said, yeah, Lopez has power, but it's against guys who are 100 pounds. Grigsby may find out otherwise this evening.
A nothing round, which Lopez won by just punching lightly.
Nah, you gave him that one. You gave him the first one. All right? You can't give him no rounds. Can't give him no rounds. That's what they're sitting there waiting on. Come on, you got to put something on it. Come on. Everything he's coming with is wide. You just got to go inside it. You got to stop. And you got to put some punches together. You got to trust yourself. Got your head down looking at the floor. You got to bend them knees and get.
Ya viste que no es tan rápido.
No, sí es rápido, pero cierra los ojos.
He's fast. He says, yeah, he's fast, but you're cutting in the space.
Movimientos ofensivos muy interesantes tú que le matan esa velocidad.
He says it's very interesting that you cut the space. He's got speed, he's got velocity. Cut off the round and hit. Now watch his arms when he comes up. There he is. See? He's ready to go.
Round 2. This is scheduled for 12 for the IBF Junior Flyweight Championship. Straight right hand there by Ricardo Lopez.
Already Lopez starting to get the timing, Steve.
And he came out steaming. I mean, you could see it in his face like he wanted to put something together to begin with. And he's cut the distance between them. Watch it. Look at the distance between them, Bobby. He's cut that down.
It's like Lopez got a wake-up call. He looks a lot slicker and sharper here all of a sudden. Bouncing around.
He looked mad. He looked like he got up and said, okay, now let's get this thing on.
Chance of Mexico in support of Ricardo Lopez from Mexico City.
This fight doesn't have a choice but to be a chess match from time to time because Grigsby moves and moves well. Plus his hands are pretty quick.
Straight right hand there by Grigsby that landed to the head of Lopez, sent him back a bit.
Don't pull ahead, let's go.
There were rumors that Lopez was carrying a little extra weight entering the fight. He said not the case. In fact, he stood up yesterday, showed us his washboard stomach, abs of steel. As for the weight change, he says he's done nothing really different. He'll never go back to 105, and he doesn't want to go up to 112. He says he feels comfortable at this weight, 108.
For now.
Yeah, you never know. That's true. He averages 3 to 4 more pounds after the weigh-in, so he's probably about 111, 112 right now.
Notice Wiggs. Nice shot. Steele not moving around as much as he did in that first round. You notice he slowed down and standing in front of him. That's what he said he would never do.
Takes a lot of energy to move like that, consistently changing directions. Calves, the balls of your feet, they start to get tired. Not only that, but you cannot get off good, solid, hard punches without stopping and grabbing the ground.
Head warning from Joe Cortez.
Grigsby is a very good boxer, lots of natural ability. Relies mainly on speed and movement. Fought cautiously the first half against Vorapin for the title. Speed and movement took effect. Began to hurt Vorapin. Knows how to circle and keep his opponent off balance. Pretty good defense there by Lopez, warding off lefts and rights by Grigsby. He's pretty fast himself. He not only has power, but he is lightning quick and accurate with his punches, Lopez. Just over the head of Grigsby there with the right.
Right now, Lopez is winning the battle of the jabs with accuracy and effectiveness. He's just getting home a little quicker and a little more often.
Grigsby nearly walked into a straight right by Lopez. Now Grigsby coming forward, but Lopez able to tie him up at the bell.
All right now. All right. All right now. You're fighting. You're fighting now. Okay. Okay. Come on. That's what you got to do. You got to get in the fight and come on and fight. You can back this guy up with the double up and then hit him with the right hand. Put shots together.
job. Great.
Don't go back. Step around him. Step around him.
Hey, baby doll, when you're down there looking at his belly, go.
Grigsby looking to get his pound of flesh too. Double jab and right hand just grazing the chin of Lopez, who moves straight back. Not the thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to move off to the side, one way or the other, left or right.
But you know, neither one of those jabs landed. It was just like
no, the right hand was grazing.
And the right hand was grazing while he was going back like a cannon shot.
Shots, baby. Let's go.
No effect on those punches. 2 missed and 1 had no effect. Looked good, but was nothing.
Round 3, most of the action in the center of the ring thus far. Lopez comes out pressing the attack.
Holding, guys.
They want one of the first uppercuts that this guy's scared of. He missed, but it was there.
That uppercut landed a little more cleanly. Then he came outside with a right hand that landed on the shoulder.
Oh, you can't fight him without expecting an uppercut.
Okay, get him out.
Ricardo Lopez 47-0-1 with 35 knockouts. 21-0-1 in world title bouts. Grigsby 14-1-1 with just 6 knockouts.
Beautiful left uppercut to the solar plexus there by Lopez.
Grigsby, the champion in black, second title defense.
Lopez putting in some pounding shots, the kind that debilitates you in time.
Right now, too, Grigsby's waiting a little too much. His corner said to him, you have to get off, you got to get some punches. Go out there and back him up, double jab right hand, which would be a smart move. But right now, Lopez, even though he's lighter, or coming up from a lighter weight, seems to be a little stronger.
Grigsby willing to mix it up there just for a second. He got in and out before Lopez could unload, and that was smart.
Lopez is much faster, and however willing Grigsby is, he's just not as fast.
Straight right hand, but it was thrown when Lopez was going backwards, so no effect. Oh, there's a cut by the left eye of Lopez.
Yeah, they've been hitting heads, and that's why Cortez told him to watch out.
Clash of heads, and Lopez with a cut around the left eye. We'll try to zero in on it.
Well, it's something he should be used to in the last several fights.
True, against Alvarez, we saw it a lot.
I think those are old cuts that open up. From now on, that's going to be a feature of his fights.
You can see it there on the left eye on the edge.
The left hand so educated by Lopez. There you saw Grigsby go to counter and walk into 2 left hands by Lopez.
Oh, a straight right hand there by Grigsby. An effective punch on the jaw of Lopez.
Hit in the back. Hit in the back. Let's go.
That might be the nicest punch that he's had so far. Straight, hard right hand. But it did not affect him, but it was a telling good punch.
Lopez, despite the cut, being very patient, not showing any urgency. There's a left hook off the neck by Grigsby to Lopez.
Come on, hey. Come on, let's go.
Again, watch the head, says Cortez.
He's worried about the low blow. This guy got hit low.
Come on, I want any rough tactics, guys. Let's go.
Grigsby got hit low, and he walked it off.
Roughhouse tactics continuing here now.
Well, Ricardo's mad that he's got cut. Once again, he's in the blood business.
We saw a bloody war with Rosendo Alvarez in his second fight right here in Las Vegas about 11 months ago, won by Lopez. This one was a draw. There's Lopez unloading with the left uppercut, followed by a right hand at the bell.
Take it easy.
And look at him.
Take it easy.
Following Grigsby as he heads to the corner.
Beautiful stuff. Let's see what the corner does.
Small.
Back, put it back, God.
It's an old cut right there on the eyelid under the eyebrow. Doctor says no problem. He's going to keep control of that. But that is the old cut. That's the old one he had.
Ricardo.
The best thing they can do for that.
Muy bien, Ricardo.
All right, Bobby, let's see if we can see how it happened.
It looks like maybe they just banged heads there when they, or could have been there, could have been, you know, when you have scar tissue like that, Freddie, you know it. Any slight graze could just catch that skin just right or just wrong.
Well, the cut by Lopez's left eye was opened about halfway into round 3. It's now round 4. Pretty good pace in the first 3 rounds between these junior flyweights, 108-pounders.
Lopez stepping up the action, but Grisby standing in there with him. He's not running.
Now, if you watch Lopez, when he misses a wild shot or they tangle, he maintains his balance so well. He slips, he comes back, his hands are up. He's ready to punch, legs bent. Something we showed in the telestrator before, even with Park. He missed the right hand, on balance, legs curled, hands up.
I want to put this in
the
the
left
back,
hook
guys.
drops Park.
Grigsby, you can see, is making Lopez miss here. Kind of consistently. Let's see if Grigsby then can counter and make Lopez pay when he misses.
All right, bring out, let go.
And Lopez, in frustrating fashion, just shoves Grigsby away.
It'll be interesting to see if Joe Cortez has ruled that an accidental headbutt with the cut.
It could have been from a punch, although we did see the heads collide. Now we're getting the official ruling. It's from a punch.
Stop.
Again, this chess match continues, mostly being promoted by Will Grigsby. You know that's what he wants. Oh, Lopez just walked into a straight left hand. And that cut gets going some more, right. Streak of blood down the left side of Lopez's face from that cut outside the left eye. Doesn't seem like it's going into the eye. Maybe a little trickle is, but it's mostly down the side of the face. Straight right hand. Oh, and as Grigsby tried to follow it up with a left, he slips and falls.
Lopez showing excellent defense. He countered Grigsby twice, and Grigsby came to counter him and wound up missing wildly, wound up on the floor.
So it doesn't seem like it's blurring Lopez's vision, but he is showing more of a sense of urgency here.
Yeah, he didn't want to hang around and have this thing stopped on a cut.
There's that wicked left uppercut missing past Grigsby's jaw that he is so worried about.
Bring out.
Well, it's developing into an interesting affair here.
Well, they're two very good fighters here. Two very.
Don't put our head down, my man.
You're looking at the best in the world here, these two guys. Nothing wrong with Grisby.
He won the title over a much more experienced Vorapin in December of '98 in his first title shot.
Break. Let him out clean.
The win marking the first time a Minnesotan had fought for a major world title in 19 years. He's making that state proud.
Good left hook and right hand by Grigsby on Lopez. Lopez firing back.
Hold right there.
Good action at the end of the round.
Where's the dog? Doctor.
Doesn't look any worse, that cut. You got to make them miss. You got to make them miss and then come firing. Don't worry about the cut. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think he has any problem with the cut. What he does have is a problem with Grisby.
Here comes a jab from Grigsby. He's just gonna step straight to here, and it's gonna land right on the eye of Lopez as we roll the tape. He just steps right into him, and Lopez misses this one. Right on the eye. I mean, he is right on the eye. You can see it right here. He is right on that cut.
Lopez, who is really a thinking man's fighter, told us yesterday he studied the tapes of Grigsby, finds that Grigsby has fast hands, true, is elusive, true, and he's a champion for some reason. So Lopez not underestimating Will Grigsby at all. Great cross that nailed Lopez on the temple.
Best punch of the night for the champion Grigsby. That was crisp, and I'll tell you, not even a blink out of Lopez.
He didn't follow it up, but that was a good punch.
And it was cleanly landed.
And how elusive was that defense by Grigsby?
Yeah, Grigsby is coming on a little bit here. This is not all Lopez. This is certainly, these rounds are evenly matched here. You know,
Grigsby gaining confidence.
I believe Lopez for the first 4 rounds has outworked Grigsby, outlanded Grigsby, but tide could be turning right here.
Can we have 2 upsets of Mexican legends tonight? Is that even thinkable when you talk about Ricardo Lopez?
I'd have a hard time thinking upset. I mean, if this guy won here, I can't even think about it as an upset. He is a champion. He is a
I heard a little
good
hesitation
fighter.
in your voice there, though.
Yeah, well,
anything's possible.
Anybody can lose. But these two guys are evenly matched. They're going at it. Whoever wins here is a true champion.
Near midway, round 5. Grigsby on his bike, backpedaling.
One of those keys was to move, not give Ricardo Lopez a stationary target, because he will land and land well.
This is the first time since the first round that he started to move around. Not fighting.
Let him go, clean, let him go.
He certainly can't win around doing this. I mean, he's given this round.
Let's see if Lopez comes in, closes the gap.
3 great shots.
No holding, no one thing, no holding.
3 great shots by Ricardo.
Lopez coming forward.
After the big right hand, Grigsby sort of stopped and maybe just admired what he had done too much for too long, certainly.
Grigsby knows he probably cannot win against Lopez with a knockout. He gave everything he got against Vorapin, and Vorapin just stood back and smiled at him.
Well, I'll tell you, during that one shot we had in the left hook on the telestrator, he didn't smile there. He was doing a little Leon Earl.
He was staggered momentarily, but he refused to go down. But there were times earlier in that fight that you didn't see on the tape you showed where he smiled at him.
You know, Vorapin a tough cookie, and certainly he did come to fight, but not that night. It wasn't going to be his day.
He waited a long time to start fighting. He's blown this round. He has just blown it by running. Another round for Ricardo Lopez.
Gave that one away.
You see that? That's what the corner said.
Gave that one away.
He sure did. Came out strong and just gave it away.
Come on, get your head up.
You're behind.
Come on.
Yes,
now
he
this
is.
guy is there for the body shots.
This the
all
6th
the
round.
combinations. The 5-3-2, he's there for it. The 6-2-3, he's there for it. When you pull down and go inside, red, up and down, up and down.
Best punch of the night for Grigsby. Beautiful. He doesn't make any contact with the jab. That right hand was as clean as he's landed all night long. Just a beautiful shot. We'll take another look at it. He misses the jabs, sets up that right hand right on the jaw, but then he stopped. He ran for the next 2.5 minutes and let Ricardo Lopez
let the punches go,
steal
man.
the round back.
We worked too hard for this shit to let this clown get us out of here. Now let's go.
You hear the words of trainer Dennis Presley there. We haven't heard the dramatic, expressive Al Bonatti quite yet. He's also in the corner, also as a cut man. He'll let fly. Round 6, though Will Grigsby has landed some individual shots, Lopez has been the busier and more effective puncher.
While I agree with what the corner said, his choice of words is unfortunate. I don't think you can call Ricardo Lopez a clown by any stretch of any imagination.
No, but I can see certain instances where Grigsby's corner sees when he does the right thing, that he's been very effective a few times, but never able to keep it up. And also, that's a credit to Lopez.
If he is a circus performer, it's more like an acrobat.
Paez was a clown, but this guy is a solid champion.
Yeah, but they don't have a matador in the circus, do they?
And a class act to boot, Ricardo Lopez.
Well, he's everything you want a champion to be. Nice right hand. Nice right hand by Ricardo Lopez.
Lopez finding the range, even with Grigsby running and backing up. Look at that head movement by Lopez. And the little peekaboo style now, always keeping those gloves high. He's like a textbook fighter, isn't he?
You can teach how to box off of watching this guy.
It's a clinic.
The thing is, he never wastes. If he gets in close, see, he gets in close. He doesn't waste it. Something goes. I mean, he leaves his calling card.
Very important point. When he closes the gap, he makes somebody pay for it.
Very economical with his punches. That was Chavez in his prime too.
Oh, they're very simple.
They're good buddies. Chavez said, as you mentioned, who's the best fighter in Mexico of all time? He said Ricardo Lopez.
Of all time, that's a lot of Mexicans.
That's high praise.
It was the same Salvador Sanchez years ago was killed in the car accident when he was very young, because he could have been one of the he was already, but he could have been legendary beyond what he was.
Wild miss there by Grigsby, the elusive defense of Lopez. There's a good combination and a good comeback counter shot by Lopez.
Beautiful double left hook on the inside, Steve.
And the blood starting to flow again, because that punch by Grigsby landed right on that cut.
Good exchange there. Grigsby's game. I mean, for the most part, he's running, but he'll get in there. He'll step in and mix it up.
He's just not game enough to win the rounds.
Being extra careful to avoid that stiff uppercut by Lopez, which is really his bread and butter.
I'd like to see him put 3 minutes together of concerted effort where he lets it all fly for 3 minutes. Not just a little burp and then a lot of running.
Grigsby has been down twice in his career versus Michael Carbajal, his second pro fight, which he lost by a 4-round decision in '89, and versus Miguel Montoya in '95. He came back to win that one in the 5th. Well, earlier tonight, Julio Cesar Chavez lost. He was trying to get to WBC super lightweight champ Kostya. This is the WBA champion, Shambe Mitchell, who had to pull out of a fight with Elio Ortiz last week because of a rib injury. And there's Chavez right back in the crowd watching his buddy Ricardo Lopez in action.
Y mira.
No, no tienes tiempo. Descansa, respira hondo.
Rest.
Agáchate, no salgas tan rápido.
Breathe deep.
Ya está.
Don't forget to use bob and weave.
Continúa tus combinaciones.
And when he stops, use your combinations. When he stops, look at him, look at him. I love this guy.
You gotta do some work, man.
I love this guy.
Great style and substance. Lopez, hands held high as he comes out ready for round 7.
Grigsby's corner imploring him to work. You've got to work.
Well, we're halfway through. How about some unofficial scorecard?
I've got him at 59-55 Ricardo Lopez.
You know what? So far, I have not seen Grigsby do enough to win one of the rounds on my scorecard. I have it shut out. One of the rounds was very, very close.
That's probably the one I gave to him.
Let's check the online. It's all knotted up. 3-3. How do you like that? Fans gave Lopez, let's see, rounds 1, 5, and 6.
Can't believe that.
Really?
Interesting, huh? It's so different at home as opposed to sitting ringside.
You know, it clearly is. With all due fairness, I've done it. I've been at a fight ringside. Rocky Lockridge and Subio Pedrosa way back in the 80s. You know, I have this score one way, go home, look at it, say, wait a minute, that's not the same fight.
Well, I like to know how the game in the first round. That's the one he just ran all over the place and never threw a punch. So, you know, it's just subjective. Lopez
just does not back up. He's firing right back whenever Grigsby throws his punches. But Grigsby fast, elusive, smart.
Generally speaking, Grigsby is fighting a smart fight and a good fight, but Lopez starts the combinations and usually winds up finishing.
He lands too many more punches than Grigsby. While Grigsby does land some, it looks pretty good, and he never comes back. This guy just stays on your case, lands, come back, land, reloads, come back, lands. I mean, you know, this guy fights, Ricardo Lopez. Oh, what a nice shot.
Grigsby lead right hand. Walked into a lead right by Lopez.
If that had landed right on the jaw, Bobby, that's the kind that sends you sprawling for 20. He threw it just as he was coming in.
And that was blocked beautifully, that overhand right by Grigsby by the left glove of Lopez. Lopez with the blood-splattered white trunks from his own cut around the left eye, which has been contained nicely by Ignacio Beristain.
Double left it sweet. On the inside, followed up by another.
Right on the head and neck of Grigsby.
Look at Ricardo's face. Boy, a mask of determination. Wow. I'd hate to be looking at that face.
So focused.
Yeah, distance is growing short between them. Shorter and shorter.
And that could spell doom for Steele.
Well, that's uppercut territory. We're getting in there.
There's an uppercut with the left hand. That wasn't even his best. Right to the body of Grigsby. Grigsby with the jab. Not doing much to Lopez. If you look at Lopez's face, it looks like he's losing, but he can't be.
That's certainly another one in the bag for Ricardo Lopez.
El tubo.
Here's Lopez unloading with that double left hook. He misses a right hand, throws a left hook, ducks in and throws a second left hook. Both of them land pretty well. Two of his more effective shots in that round. It's another angle. Right hand misses. Left hand on the inside. Right on the outside of the glove. Comes inside, comes outside. A very educated left hand by Ricardo Lopez. That cut, though, Steve, was starting to look pretty bad.
The clean face of Will Grigsby.
I'm telling you.
Well, they got end swell on him. He must be swelling someplace because they've been working on under the eye, the right eye, and over it.
But no cuts. There have been no knockdowns thus far in this fight. Round 8. It's scheduled for 12 for the IBF Junior Flyweight title. Lopez stepping up for the first time in his career. 21 defenses of the WBC strawweight belt, also on the WBA belt. Stripped of those titles, and now moving up for another championship.
Grisby looks like he wants to do battle more now. Is that? It's hard to tell under here, but is there something on the left eye of Grisby?
Let's take a look.
Yeah,
His
it looks
back
like
is
a
to
cut.
us.
No, no, it looks like there's a cut over there. It does look like
He goes
a
to
cut.
the corner where they bring in Dr. Flip Pomansky.
From an accidental headbutt.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Accidental headbutt, says
Called it an accidental headbutt.
Joe Cortez.
Well, now they're both cut.
Get down.
Oh, here we go. Well, after the end of the 4th round, if it's stopped by an accidental headbutt, just to refresh you with the rules, they go to the scorecards. And right now, that's in Lopez's favor.
As we see it.
So you always say that, and now you want to get me in trouble, right? Because now I got to talk about the judges. I'm not going to get into that trap. Oh, they get hitting by Grigsby. Oh, some dirty tactics.
Whole time. Come here. I don't want no dirty fighting. You understand? Lo que es la suya, ¿entiende? Let's go. Touch him up.
He's yelling at both guys, but it seems to be more Grigsby.
Wow, look at the face of Ricardo. He got the worst of it in that.
This time Lopez.
In that dirty stuff, he got the worst of it. Ricardo did.
Lopez with a straight left hand, missing with an overhand right. Grigsby now stepping up the face.
That's what he should have done.
Grigsby acting like he's a little desperate himself. He thinks his cut might be bad, and that, yes, he indeed may be behind, as his corner has told him.
Now he fights with a sense of urgency.
And maybe that's what he should have been doing, fighting with a sense of urgency. To win this fight, not to lose it slowly.
So the pace picks up. The intensity heightens here in round 8.
And now Grigsby is fighting like a champion. Now he's fighting like a champion, like he wants his title, like he wants to keep it.
Both faces bloody. Lopez from a punch. Grigsby from a head clash.
I'm still not completely sure about the cut on Lopez. I know it was ruled, but I'm not completely sure that a butt just wasn't missed inside.
40 seconds in round 8.
Just when it looked like Grigsby had the action going his way, he's quit fighting again. It's just beyond understanding.
Can't sustain the attack.
He was controlling the round. He was getting mad. He was getting good, and then he quits. Oh.
That was blocked by Grigsby's left hand. That wasn't double left hooks by Lopez that scored.
Lopez catching on.
Lopez trying to sneak in a little right uppercut on the break as we head for the bell, round 8.
Nice double left hook to the body. Beautiful combination on the inside by Lopez.
Wild exchange at the bell.
Wow, was that nice on the part of Lopez. Fire coming out of his eyes. Now let's look at that cut.
Just let me work. Keep your eye.
Banana's working on the cut.
Breathe deep. Breathe deep. Give it a little of this.
We'll use your jab, throw punches.
Let's go to Jim Gray for a report on the cut.
We need all of these.
All right, thank you very much. Well, the cut over Will's eye, I just spoke to Dr. Flip Pomansky. He says that this potentially could stop the fight because of the location on his eye, just above his eyebrow, dripping down into his eye. It's pretty severe. As for Lopez, Pomansky says that that is not potentially, could not stop the fight because its location is on the right side of his eye and it is not affecting his eyesight, his vision, or is not deep enough. Steve?
Al Bonani really earning his paycheck here, the cut man.
We're going to get to take a look where they clash heads. Bang, right into one another. They just bang heads.
So here we go, round 9, as the drama builds.
That caused Grisby to have some really hard action, and then just as it looked like he was dominating the round, he quit. And Lopez came back to beat him for the second half of the round.
Joe Cortez stopped the action at the 45-second mark of the 8th to check the cut over the left eye of the champion, Will Grigsby. Ringside physician Dr. Flip Homansky checked the eye and allowed the fight to continue.
Nice crisp fight we've got tonight, with Lopez coming on and Grisby not giving up. But he's got to do more fighting than the circling and going away.
No blood right now coming from Grigsby's left eye. It seems to be untouched. Again, Ricardo Lopez almost always the effective aggressor. Grigsby moving, coming in and out, taking his shots in very sporadic moments.
Lopez coming forward and landing with that overhand right a second ago. Now flicking the left jab. That's doing some damage too. Now opens up with a combination to the head of Grigsby. Great sequence here for Lopez.
I think Grigsby's corner, if he does lose this fight by decision, will tell him that it was just his inactivity at many points that lost him some rounds.
Grigsby just walked into a straight left hand by Lopez.
And right, that's a little low by Grisby, a little low. But you would think after watching De La Hoya blow that fight by just running around not fighting, he would do the same thing, but he is. He's doing exactly the same thing he's running.
Lopez, the effective aggressor, tremendous ring generalship, all the things the judges love to see.
Now, there's been an awful lot of talk about the last 4 rounds in the De La Hoya Trinidad fight, and there's a huge difference between what Sugar Ray Leonard used to do, and that was in a close round, steal it with the last 20 seconds, as opposed to just run for 2.5 minutes and try and win it in the last 20 seconds. Those are 2 completely different things.
Break out, let's go.
Yeah, because Sugar Ray, either Robinson or Leonard, would fight during the fight and then end up big, and that's what stole it. De La Hoya wasn't fighting during the round, so the big ones weren't going that way.
There's a nice left hook by Grigsby off a flurry of uppercuts. There's a straight right hand by Lopez now. Grigsby running away.
I think some of the punishment catching up with Grigsby.
And his face is bloody, Grigsby. As a result of that earlier cut.
Break.
And he's starting to feel the sting of Lopez's power more so now here in round 9. He's feeling threatened more by it now, and he's staying away. There's that right hand by Lopez.
No question the cut has been a big influence on him. He's scared they're going to stop this thing. He is not fighting his usual fight.
Oh, what a left hand by Lopez. Right on the jaw. Lopez hearing the chants of Mexico rising to the occasion.
Don't shake him now. Listen to me carefully. He's going to give you water. You got to back this guy up. I'm telling you right now.
He's up 3 rounds.
One more round, you may need a knockout. You hear what I'm telling you? You hear what I'm telling you?
We need 3 rounds to get a draw. You got 3 rounds in you? Come on. You going to throw something at this son of a bitch?
Yeah.
I need you to do some work. You haven't thrown the uppercuts all damn fight. You have?
Lopez continually pressing the action. Here he throws a right hand, a left hook, and he follows up with another left hook there on the inside. You couldn't see everything clean, but consistently coming after Grigsby. On the inside there with a left uppercut and another left hook, right hand, consistently pressing the action. Getting on the inside with yet another left hook. That's how he's winning these close rounds.
Dennis Presley Albinati, double barrel action in the face of Will Grigsby. The champion just not scoring enough to win these rounds, and he only has 3 to go. This is second title defense.
Albinati said to him, you're already down by probably too much to come back without a knockout. You have to fight. You have to back him up, and he is correct.
And he used a polite word, you may be losing this fight. No, you will. You are losing this fight.
Unless you knock Lopez out, which isn't likely.
Well, both of them are good champions. Don't say that because we can eat our words.
We'll make a little bet?
No.
Right eye of Grigsby now starting to swell up a little more, getting a little extra swollen with a little color.
Lopez continues to back Grigsby up, but Grigsby unloads that straight right hand to no avail. Lopez digging in with uppercuts. Grigsby hanging in. He's a tough kid.
The accuracy of Ricardo Lopez here is also astounding too. Very quick moving guys, not just their feet and their heads, but their bodies and their hands. Hard to catch them, hard to move them and time them. He right now has the timing down much better than does Grigsby.
Lopez continues to press forward, bouncing around. Look at the head movement to elude those straight rights by Grigsby. Lopez says, come on, bring it on.
Oh, break, come on, watch the head, guys, let's go.
Lopez indicating to Joe Cortez, watch out for the head.
Oh, keep on, man.
Grigsby's left eye is closing now. It's all swollen. His right eye, his left eye has got the cut.
Straight right hand by Lopez that scored. Grigsby just doesn't have the power. He's a terrific boxer, very good defender, smart, but doesn't have the power of Lopez, obviously.
I think now he's giving him too much respect. I mean, it's like he's not in the fight. He's just taking his beat.
And Grigsby is being knocked around. His head going side to side by that left-right combination by Lopez.
There's something called body pressure. Tommy Parks used to say he's always got his body on body pressure, and all that develops into mental pressure. Constantly coming forward. Lopez is fatiguing not just the legs, but the mind and heart of the champion Grigsby.
The accumulative attack of Lopez wearing Grigsby down a la vintage Chavez.
Let's go, get up. Let's go.
Something we did not see from Julio Cesar earlier tonight, who lost.
There was about 4 big body shots in there while they were getting broken up. This guy doesn't pardon you anything. He makes you pay for everything.
Look at Grigsby trying to wipe the blood out of his left eye. It's streaking down the left side of his face. It's bothering him.
Notice 2 more punches right as they got together.
Bring out. Let's go.
Bloody battle. Round 10 in the books.
Wait.
Give me the end swell. Give me the bucket.
Give me a prayer. Omansky right on top of him. Dr. Omansky right there looking real close.
How we doing here?
Perfect.
We'll talk to, okay, let us look for a sec. We'll talk to us.
I stopped. Look, there's no bleeding.
Okay, but we're just concerned about it.
That's great. Go to work. Go to work.
Okay.
I had it stopped 2 rounds ago.
I'm just making sure nobody takes unnecessary punishment.
He's going to win this fight.
All right.
Listen,
Come on, man. You want to win this fight? You got to kick this motherfucker's ass.
Optimism abounds.
Bring it. Come on. You got to kick this motherfucker's ass because he's won the rounds, baby. He won the rounds.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do some work.
Let's go.
Keep your hands up. Don't get wild. Keep your hands up. The bucket out.
It's like something out of a B movie.
Come on.
Trainers, corners, and
I tell you,
managers, they're all very colorful.
That was an X movement, or R movement. I think that's an R.
Here we go into the championship rounds. Al Benani and Dennis Presley urging Will Grigsby on there.
Break out.
To put it mildly.
It may be futile.
They exhort him, they just don't explain how to do it.
They realize that at best, Grigsby only has a couple of rounds in it. He needs a knockout.
Look at these shots by Lopez to the body and the head.
Lopez virtually runs back to the attack.
In great condition, with Grigsby's face is going to look like a truck hit it in the morning.
Break out clean.
When you face Ricardo Lopez, you face 12 full rounds of hell.
Well, he's a surgeon, right?
That guy trains for 12 rounds, and 15 if they had it.
He dissects. Meanwhile, Grigsby hanging in there this long for 11 rounds against one of the greats.
But again on a bicycle. No points there, just survival. No fighting, just survival.
Not showing that much offense. Oh, a good straight right hand out of nowhere by Grigsby that turned Lopez's face to the side.
Lopez showing no ill effects, no counters right back.
It comes right back to the attack. He wants some of that.
Didn't phase him that much, did it? And that may have been the heaviest punch that Grigsby could offer. And that's got to be tough on Grigsby's mind. He's going, what do I have to do to hurt this guy?
All right, break out clean.
Grigsby won't go away.
He's trying. Grigsby's trying. You can't fault him.
He doesn't have
just
quit.
class.
No quit.
Conditioning also, I think, becoming a factor here. The extremely well-conditioned Lopez just pushes pushing, I think, Grigsby to limits that maybe he wasn't prepared for.
Watch your head, watch your head.
There's that right uppercut to the body by Lopez. Gets the crowd going. Left uppercuts now to the body by Lopez. He continues to score. Blood coming down the right eye now, Ricardo Lopez.
Break. Hold, break it.
Probably from a clash of heads.
Time. Here's our corner.
Cortez delaying the action. Now he's going to send Flip Homansky up there, the doctor, to check Lopez's other eye.
This was a headbutt, he said, on the accidental headbutt on the other eye.
Accidental headbutt.
There's only a round left. What, are you kidding?
Goes. Huh? It's all right?
It's all right, says Flip.
All right, time in. Accidental.
Look at the look on Lopez's face as he comes back to Grigsby.
Tenacity at its best.
His head cocked to the side. What a warrior.
All right, break.
He comes right back at Grigsby.
All right, break.
Final seconds, round 11.
Watch your head, guys. Oh. Step back.
Lopez just wants to get right back at Grigsby.
Wow, what a look on his face.
Ese último, colga los brazos, colga los brazos.
¿A qué hora está el hielo en mi nuca? ¿Ya? Es el último, Ricardo.
One more round, he says, already?
Es el último, Ricardito. No le eches agua ahí, me echas a perder.
Give him some water.
El último asalto.
¡Qué cabeza!
Ok, no, ponemos limpio, ¿ok?
¡Qué cabeza!
He says, what a head, what a hard head.
Voy.
He's not happy about it.
3 minutes. You got to get out there. Fuck dancing. Get out there. Get low. Fight.
Let's go. You know you're
Step
feeling better
around
than
his
him.
ass. Come on, let's go.
Kiss his ass up. When he goes off balance, knock him down. Punch him in the
That's what they should have said in De La Hoya's corner a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it sounded like the Versailles Peace Conference there.
Here we go, the 12th and final round. The champion Grigsby, remember, has only 6 knockouts in his 16 fights. He desperately needs one here.
All right, get those hands out. All right, break out clean.
Well, it's become a privilege to do one of his fights because he is in the class of great fighters.
Remember back
Ricardo Lopez.
a few years ago, when Meldrick Taylor was told by his corner to get out there and fight the last round, and he got knocked out. So now when De La Hoya's corner says, just stay alive, and he gets beat.
I never heard a good cornerman say that.
The crowd chanting Finito, Finito, El Finito is the nickname, the finisher of Ricardo Lopez.
Let's go. Give it to him round. All right, hey, let's go.
Let's see how he finishes out this championship fight as he tries to take the IBF Junior Flyweight title away from Will Grigsby in his second title defense. He moves up for the first time from 105.
I'll tell you, there were times in this fight could have got a little out of hand, could have gotten very dirty and ugly. You just saw a little forearm, not forearm, but a heel by Lopez. And Joe Cortez has done a great job keeping his fight clean and well managed.
All right, bring out, clean. Let's go.
We come towards the halfway mark of the last round. There have been no knockdowns in this fight, but plenty of cuts and a lot of blood. Lopez continues to come forward, pressing the attack and landing to the body and head.
All right, break. No, they're gonna break. Leg out clean.
Slicing punches, accurate. Oh, there's a vicious left uppercut by Lopez to the chest.
Break out clean, break out.
That landed almost under the armpit for the pectoral on the champion.
And it pushed Grigsby back. That's power.
Break.
Power of those uppercuts. My God.
Break.
Grigsby able to elude the straight right.
Well, this is going to be a banner a few years while he fights it this way. And then he can go up one more weight if he wants to.
Although he did say he wanted to stay one weight, but anything's possible.
Yeah. Well, he's got a whole new crop to fight now.
Well, he's just got 30 seconds left to see if he can cap this off.
10 seconds of the fight. Oh, Lopez hitting on the break. That's a no-no.
He certainly doesn't need to.
He wanted to touch gloves, but too late. That's it. With another one in the books for Ricardo Lopez, who steps up and waits.
You know what I always find out, Steve? When a corner doesn't believe you've won and they've been telling him that you're behind, picking him up doesn't change the judge's scorecard.
No, but if there's a little funny business around, you look like you aren't surprised. Chris Dundee always used to say, look like the winner. And for a very good reason.
Just in case you get the decision.
Just in case you bought the right guys, you don't look surprised.
The bloody face of Ricardo Lopez and Will Grigsby. It's now in the hands of Bill Graham of Las Vegas, Mike Liana of Chicago, Joe Pasquale of Ventnor City, New Jersey.
I would be very surprised if it's not very heavily in favor of Ricardo Lopez. Very heavily.
El Finito. How'd you guys have it?
Well, I had it 119 to 108. That's virtually every round except one, I think.
Bobby?
118, 110. That's 2 rounds.
All for Lopez.
Will Grigsby had a few rounds that were reasonably close, but he just was outworked. Ricardo Lopez continually pressing, just outworking.
Or the rounds where he starts out great and it looks like, wow, he's winning this round. Then he stopped and started riding a bicycle and he got hit again.
So Lopez looking to remain undefeated, looking to win his 4th world title. Let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official word. Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Joe Pasquale, scores the bout 117 to 111. Mike Liana scores at 116 to 112. And Bill Graham sees it at 118 to 110. All three in favor of the winner. And still undefeated, and the new IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the World, Ricardo Finito Lopez.
May have given a few folks a bit of a scare there when he said, and still. Because usually you think the word champion's coming out. He said undefeated. Still undefeated, Ricardo Lopez. So the former WBC, BA and BO 105 champ rises up, moves up in weight, successful again as he adds the IBF Junior Flyweight crown. 48-0-1 now. An impressive 22-0-1 in world title fights. We're talking, of course, about future Hall of Famer Ricardo Lopez and a short-lived championship reign for Minnesotan Will Grigsby. Won the title in December '98. One defense, drops to 14-2-1. El Finito, Ricardo Lopez, a champion now in 2 different weight classes. Let's go up to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Will, your reaction to the decision, you looked as though there was some disappointment over here. Was the disappointment with the way the fight turned out, or you thought you won?
No, I mean, it was a good close fight. I mean, he won clean. You know, I can't cry over spilt milk. I started off a little late, and it kind of hurt me in the fight.
You mean you got started late? You gave away too many rounds early?
Yeah.
Did you feel a little bit overconfident? We spoke before the fight. We spoke yesterday. You thought that this was going to be no problem. Did that factor in at all?
No, I knew it was going to be a good fight. I mean, he's a good fighter, and he's a better man tonight. That's all. Maybe we could get him again.
After just 17 fights, do you feel that the inexperience had anything to do with the outcome?
No, I just started off a little slow, you know. I took him for granted the first couple rounds, thought I could turn it on in the later rounds, and he was just ready to turn it on right with me, so I just lost a good decision. Maybe we could come back and do it again.
All right, Will, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Ricardo, congratulations to you. We'll get some help with the translation here.
Sir.
Just told him he's a good boxer.
Very speedy, he's a great boxer, great champion. Okay.
Your English is better than we thought, so let's try and do this interview in English. Ricardo, congratulations to you. How concerned were you with the cuts above your eyes? Did it remind you of what was happening with Alvarez, and were you concerned?
¿Tenías cuidado con las cortadas que tenías en los ojos en esta pelea?
Sí, tuve cuidado. Hicimos un buen trabajo en la esquina. junto con Nacho Beristain, mi padre, mi equipo, creo que gracias a Dios las cosas resultaron.
The whole corner was doing a great job. Everybody was doing their job, so he wasn't really concerned with that.
Was moving up in a weight class after 47 victories in the other class, was that at all a factor in this fight at all? Did it cause you to sap your energy or anything like that, or were you strong and good?
Subiendo de peso, ¿te sentías más fuerte? ¿Cómo te sentías subiendo de peso?
Me sentí muy fuerte y rompí el récord de toda la historia en el boxeo. 14 años, 9 meses invicto y 9 años como campeón del mundo.
He felt real good, real strong, and he broke the record. 14, ¿cuántos años?
14 años, 9 meses.
14 years, 9 months.
Arriba de Ali y de Julio César.
On top of Ali and on top of Julio Cesar Chavez, so he's got the record right now.
How much did it bother you to know that Julio Cesar Chavez had lost very badly before the fight, since he is your idol?
¿Te molestó que Julio perdió, que tu amigo? ¿Cómo te sentiste?
Sí, creo que no, se preparó fuerte. Él ha sido el mejor boxeador que ha dado México al mundo y así es el boxeo.
You know, Julio has been a great champion. He's great for Mexico and everybody, but he didn't really get into the condition he should have gone to, and that was a problem.
Do you feel as though, pound for pound, you're the best fighter on the face of the earth?
No, yo no soy el mejor boxeador.
You understood that.
He knows English, but you know how it is.
Roy Jones, Oscar de la Hoya,
Ricardo
Félix
Lopez.
Trinidad.
You know, Ricardo's Ricardo, very nice kid. You know, the record.
What next, Ricardo? What else is there for you to accomplish?
Ahora que sigue.
Don King, vas a ver qué sigue.
Don King knows what's next.
All right, and we will speak to Don in a moment. Congratulations to you. All right, Steve, back to you.
Thank you, Jim. So Ricardo Lopez doesn't knock out Will Grigsby, but he wins a convincing unanimous decision to move up.